Back in the 1970s, however, any interaction with a female was a considerable shock. That's how Owen K. Garriott and his wife Helen played a prank on his fellow astronauts during a mission. In 1973, the Skylab space station, America's first such technological marvel, was undergoing orbital exploration. The crew was exclusively male, as was so often the case at the time. Naturally, this meant that Robert Crippen, the communications specialist on the ground in Houston, was started to hear a female voice on his radio. "Hello, Houston, this is Skylab. Are you reading me down there?" asked the voice. Crippen was understandably baffled. He was even more confused when the caller identified herself as Helen Garriott, wife of famed astronaut Owen. Just what was going on? Was there a glitch in the system, or had somehow Helen Garriott managed to stow away on the mission? Just floating by. When asked what she was doing on the Skylab, Helen replied, "Well, we just came up to bring the boys a hot-cooked meal. They haven't had one for quite a while. We thought they might enjoy that." Helen also made a handful of comments on how California looked from space, claiming to be able to observe forest fires from her vantage point and praising the beauty of the sunrise. Eventually, she signed off the call by explaining, "Well, I see the boys are floating in my direction. I've got to get off the line. I'm not supposed to be talking to you. See you later, Bob." Naturally, Mission Control in Houston was stunned. There had been no precedent for a stowaway on a space mission, and somebody's head was sure to roll for letting this one pass. At least it would have done had they not quickly realized that it was a prank. They just weren't sure how it had been pulled off. It transpired that the Garriotts had cooked up the practical joke before Owen set off on his mission. He wrote a script and asked Helen to read the lines out for him to record. Perhaps more importantly, he asked her to leave pauses between every sentence so that Mission Control could respond. Garriott then played the tape over the communication station, reaching Houston. This left Robert Crippen convinced that he was holding a real-time conversation with Helen Garriott. The practical joke has gone down in NASA history, often cited as one of the best pranks that an astronaut has ever pulled. While some of the content may be considered in questionable taste in the 21st century, women are now recognized as capable astronauts, not just zero-gravity homemakers. It certainly raises a wry smile.